I watched recently a video of an ex-Christian, or at least, I don't know, maybe she's a progressive Christian, but she has this YouTube channel, and she had gone around and interviewed some people who are no longer in the Christian industry who have kind of deconstructed in one way or another. And they all said very similar things about the platform. And one of the girls in particular would talk about how people would send notes back like, you looked too sexy, or this was this way, and it seemed so legalist. And we got notes sent back to us all the time, like your pants are too tight, and you're gonna stumble, and all this stuff, and and we're just like 25 years old, and I'm like, I've just been eating pizza every night, so my pants are like really tight. I can't just go, I mean, that in my mind, I was thinking like, I don't have an option to just go buy new pants because I gained 5 pounds, but thanks, and so I think a lot of time there can be an assumption about your motive, and we were pretty naive. Like, I look back at some of our videos and go, ooh, I don't know if I would do that way again now with what I know about men and people, and but I think getting some of that pushback, and then at the same time we would be out doing an autograph signing or something, which I was never comfortable with anyway, but we'd have mothers come by and just constantly remind us, like, you're a role model, make sure you keep, my daughters look up to you, and the pressure of that was so extreme that in many ways, I sort of get it. I understand just wanting to toss all that away and be like, Christian culture, man, there's some legalistic people, there are some judgmental people. I totally get that. And so I related a lot with John. And I think that's why when people are public Christians and they deconstruct or deconvert, they do feel the need to share that because you don't want to be a fraud. You don't want to be saying something that you don't actually believe anymore. And I can understand that. And I actually appreciate John's honesty in that.
One of the advantages I had growing up with a dad who probably in the 80s and early 90s had as big of a platform as maybe second to Billy Graham or up there. I mean, just speaking all over the place, selling millions of books, is I didn't have certain illusions about what it meant to be a Christian rock star, or speaking star, because I saw the pressure and the stress and all these added things that people would send my dad. He'd share with our family and process them. Like, it just kind of stripped some of that away from me. That I think he's human as the next person, but it was really clear to me, like, wow, these are all vehicles for him to share the gospel and get the message out. It's not about the platform for him when it's all said and done. And so I guess I've seen that. And I think a lot of people, especially in their 20s, who haven't grown up and seen that, they're thrown on the stage. I mean, it's exciting and it's fun. You don't want to do the smallest thing to wreck your platform, but you don't really have an outlet. Who do I talk to, and how do I process doubts? How do I process if I'm morally failing in an area because I'm going to lose everything? And what 20-year-old young person can handle this? So it just builds and builds and builds and wrecks them. So this is just a phenomena of Christian circles. We have so many people. I mean, I ask people all the time, like, how do I get on stage like you? How do I do this? And I'm just thinking, man, have I done something to make people think that being on stage equals influence? Because it doesn't necessarily. There's some people who use it well and are called to this. You look at Jesus, he preaches to big crowds, but he had 3 around him. He had 12 around him. He taught in small groups, and he did both. So I just get concerned that we send the message, like, to follow God and make a difference is to be a rock star, is to be a speaker, is to have a bigger platform. And that's the rubric of the world, not the rubric of the gospel that says, I leave the 99 for the one.